Debates over public education are brewing all over the country. In our latest story on how battles over school vouchers, book bans, and public funding for religious schools are harming public education, we go to Idaho, which just shut down a $30 million grant program that helped about 30,000 lower-income students pay for laptops, school supplies, tutoring, and other educational expenses. And this comes just weeks after the state created a $50 million Trump-supported voucher-style tax credit to help families pay for private school tuition and homeschooling. State Senator Camille Blaylock, who introduced the bill to cut Idaho's Empowering Parents grants, says it has nothing to do with the state's decision to fund private schools.
This program has drifted far from its original intent. It's turning into a technology slush fund. And if we choose to continue funding it, we are no longer empowering parents, we are creating entitlements.
But the state's most prominent conservative group, the Idaho Freedom Foundation, was more direct. It proposed adding the $30 million from Empowering Parents to the $50 million private school voucher program, which would allow an additional 6,000 students to benefit from the tax credit. The Empowering Parents program was open to students no matter where they learned. It offered up to $1,000 per student, with lower-income families getting first dibs, and a family limit of $3,000 to be spent with state-approved educational vendors. The state's new tax credit program is off-limits to public school students, and families don't have to provide proof of how they spent the money unless they're audited. Again, this is just the latest example of a battle over public funds and education in the US. At ProPublica, we've covered how these measures are not popular with voters, and despite President Donald Trump's win, school vouchers were soundly rejected by voters in 2024, even in ruby red states like Kentucky and Nebraska. But nearly a dozen state legislatures have enacted or expanded voucher programs in recent years, even over voter objections, like in Arizona, where school vouchers were supposed to save taxpayers money, but instead blew a massive hole in the budget. You can read more about this and more of our school war stories at the link in bio.